welcome back to my channel. So today's going to be a little bit of a different video. One, I'm filming it on a Friday instead of a Saturday. My normal filming day has been changed up a little bit because I have been off work since yesterday. So Thursday, the day, Thanksgiving Day, and now today is Friday, Black Friday, so I'm off Thursday, Friday, obviously Saturday, Sunday, so I'm like, well, I've got some time, why don't I just go ahead and film the video that I was going to on Saturday and do it today on Friday. I hope that everyone had a wonderful Black Friday, a wonderful Thanksgiving spent with family, friends, and just spreading love and lots of food. I think I didn't eat I ate a lot, but I didn't eat a lot of different things. I ate a lot of like one or two things. So I ate good old Velveeta, shells, mac and cheese, chicken nuggets, bread, deviled eggs, and mashed potatoes. So lots of carbs, lots of carbs. That's the one time that I'm like, yes, carb up. And so I carved up and ate that, and I was in a food coma, I felt like, for the whole day. And then today, which is Black Friday, I've awakened from my slumber, from my food coma, and then I went shopping. I don't know why I went into like a Russian accent or a Romanian accent. I think it's partly because I've been watching Hemlock Grove. So today is going to be a little bit of a different video, because the reason I'm saying this and prefacing is because it's not anything makeup related, but it is still art-ish related because it's drag. So I filmed a couple of snippets of me making hip pads a long time ago. Alright, like months ago. So this week is going to be hip pads. Without further ado, let's get into this video. Okay guys, so this is going to be a little bit hard to film because there's my like filming station there, but like I'm against a wall here and with my like big mattress foam pad here, so I'm going to try my best to like do this. So a lot of people are like, oh my god, okay, like you have to take your pen or pencil, whatever pen, and draw out and measure it to your hips. Girl, you can do that, but honestly, we're just going to go ham and just draw. With that being said, let's draw the shape. Okay, now I have it cut out. So this is what it looks like here. And so, wait, you can't even see it, girl. Okay, look. Oh my boy, this is so hard to film on my phone. You can't even see anything. This part here that it protrudes, if you can see how it protrudes more out here? That's the part that's gonna go around your butt. Now this part I'll probably end up like cutting a little bit more. You want this part here where it's gonna be on your hip. That's where women's hips are obviously the most voluptuous, is here in their hip region. And this is where we want it to protrude the most, in the middle. So when you're cutting and blending the seamless edges, so we're gonna go around. I'm not gonna do it on camera because I can't hold it, but I'm just gonna go around and then do that, and then to where this is the tallest part here, and then it kind of fades and tapers out into nothing here. It's very important to do that so it'll blend out into your tights, and it won't do, there won't be like a harsh edge here where you're like, oh wow, ooh, like that's obviously a hip pad, because we don't want that at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera and then come back to you guys so you can see. I promise it'll make sense once you actually see what it looks like after I cut it. Okay, so I have finished one pad. I'm just gonna show you guys this pad here, and then it's obviously applicable to the other side. But when you do the other side, make sure that when you get this at Walmart, make sure that this pad, this part of the pad, like the pleated part, is on the inside, like facing you, on you like that. And then if you look, you can see the topography that I made, with the center part being the thickest part, and it kind of just goes up from there. And I need to thin that out, the edges, but that's basically what it should look like. And if you look at it with that, you should see that the center part is the thickest. Yeah, the center part is the thickest, and yeah, and then the edges are the thinnest. And you want that so that when you put the tights on, it'll compress it, and then it'll make the edges look really smooth. And then obviously the most protruding part is the hip area. And the most important thing when you're cutting it is definitely taking the scissors and making sure the edges are as thin as possible. But it's a lot of back and forth, so like as you're doing this and doing the shape, there's no one size fits all. Just, be creative in the sense of like, or not creative, just like kind of do-it-yourself mentality where you just like keep putting it in on your hip, and you put on some tights and you keep looking and you adjust accordingly. I think that's the best way to do it than being like, measure from here to here. Girl, I don't know how to do that. I just do it until it looks good. You know what I mean? So it's a drag is basically a lot of that, just doing it until it kind of looks something resembling a woman, you know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the tights on and see if I need to adjust it, but that's basically what you do, and that's the gist of it. It's not too hard. The most taxing part is taking scissors and doing it, and like, look how much of a mess this made. Like, oh my god, it's just a lot of mess, and it hurt. Like, you feel like you have carpal tunnel after you're doing it, because girl, you need to be using some bad scissors to do this, because if you use some new scissors, it's just gonna like dull them really quickly. So if you don't mind paying for some scissors and then them being completely worn out by the end of the process of making 2 pass, then do it. You know what I mean? But I'm using old pair. Okay, so as you can see, all right, they have been made, and I showed you how I made them, and this is what they look like here. Girl, I don't know why this is yellow, why they've turned yellow. In some places it's still white, like the remaining part of the mattress like foam that I have that's up there for extras. Part of it's turned yellow as well, the part that's sticking out of the plastic bag. Why is that? Is it like mixing with the oxygen? Is there like gas coming out or something right there in that fucking closet? I don't know. Like, I don't smoke, so it's not nicotine. Like, I don't know what's going on. Whatever. So these are what they look like here. So I'm gonna stand up and show you what they look like. I'm not gonna put them on camera because, like, I mean, if I had enough pantyhose to like cover you know, my stuff, I would definitely do that, but I don't. So I'm gonna like show you where to put them and whatnot, and then I'm gonna go off camera and put them on with like my tights and stuff like that, and then show you what they look like and how much they transform the figure. So last time I made these and I was doing this, here, let me see if I can do it. So can you see, or is that too bright? I'm gonna turn this off. Is that better? Is that better? Okay, so this is what's gonna happen. So this is where they should go. Do you see how this whoop right here pooches out? That's gonna go right up against your butt back here. So that really pooches out your butt. And as you can see, right here, this pooches is out here and then goes like that. So it's like a hip. So I'm gonna show you what they kind of look like without anything on. So I'm just gonna put them in my pajamas. You're not gonna be able to see anything really, nor is it gonna hold it in place, but you can kind of get like the gist. Like, you can't even tell, like, honestly. Like, it's not even worth it. Pooches out the butt just a little bit. Do you see? Yes. See? Ooh, like a big hip, honey. If you see the difference, like, it fills out my hip here, and then here, it's kind of, I mean, a man hip. Like, I don't have hips, I'm a man. So like, it's just flat. This has a little, just enough curvature to be like, oh. So I'm gonna put on the other one so you guys can see what they look like together. Now, ideally, you want like 4 to 5 or more, whatever you want, pantyhose underneath this, and some sort of tight-fitting tie to go over it so it really snugs them to your figure. But as you can see, like, my hips have been pooched out like that. And like I said, these pajama pants are a little baggy, so you can't really tell. But like, look at my abs. And then it makes my waist look super tiny because of the proportions of this being out more. So yeah, that's basically how you put them on. And then now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and go off camera and put on some actual pantyhose, and then my blue tights that I have, because that's the only like form-fitting tights that I have that could really show off the curvature and the actual transformative like look that hip pads can do to a body shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera and do that, and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so I have done this off camera. I went ahead and put the hip pads on with my blue tights, and look at this figure that it gives me. Like, oh my god, like, this is an hourglass figure if I have ever seen one, honey. Yes. Okay, so they are a little thick, I do want to make some more hip pads that are a little bit thinner, but I do want to keep these because I do like how much volume it gives my hips. It's very thick, and I do love the volume, but I am going to make some more that has just a little bit more of a butt to them. Like this has like a nice like pooch and butt to them, but they're more hips coming out here rather than butt. So what I'm gonna do is make some more, not now, but like later, is I'm gonna make some more that are a little less hip, more like to, you know, not as wide here, but more of a butt. So that's my plan. And this is the outfit that I'm wearing. I have my wig on, this little bang like long wig I got off Amazon, and this velvet shirt, just to kind of showcase the hip pads and what's going on with the situation here, so you can kind of see them because these are tights. And I have one pair of pantyhose under this and a very tight pair of tighty whities under. Pulled it up and tried my best to not get anything showing. But this was just kind of a quickie kind of thing to show you guys what they look like. If you have any questions as to like what I did to get these hip pads, if anything wasn't too like clear or anything, let me know and I'll like definitely get back to you and respond so that like you can do it yourself, because it's really not that hard, you just gotta have time. So yeah, hip pads done, got the shape done, what I want to do. So now I just need to up my wardrobe. I'm gonna go shopping I think tomorrow and look for some outfits for me to buy. But like right now, am I not giving you like Dua Lipa vibes, like in the car when she's like driving, she's like with like behind the ear and stuff. I'm just like, hi. So I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Yeah, watch out RuPaul girl, I'm coming for that singing gig, okay? I hope that everyone stays safe. You know, these second flare-ups of fucking COVID, you know what I mean? Like, do your part, wear a mask, don't go out unless you have to. Don't go to gyms, don't go to like bars and stuff like that right now we're basically like where we started with the flare-ups, so just go back to protocol one, ground zero, and we're going to start over again. How about that? Okay, and do your part. The next video will be me doing a clothing thing of like some outfits that I did and that I like crafted, because girl, I can tell you right now that I'm going to have to like judge up some outfits that I'm going to get from places, because I can guarantee they're not going to be drag enough for me. So if I do anything to them and like judge them up, I'll let you know in the next video. But yeah, love y'all. Bye.